Their villages are rubble, their houses are gone for 3 months now. Land disputes involving violent forced evictions have spread to more than half of China's 31 provinces. As President Hu Jintao tries to consolidate his hold on power before this autumn's Communist Party Congress and with the Olympic Games next year, his idea of a harmonious society is looking ever shakier, as our China correspondent Lindsay Hilson reports. She travelled southeast from Beijing to Qingdao, where the Olympic sailing contests will be held next August. Villagers there have been using small cameras to chronicle a bitter and violent dispute with the local government over the demolition of their homes.
Once a home, now a symbol of defiance. The banner reads, "Give us our homes back. The district government tore them down illegally." Soon the village of Shiwujia will be another neighbourhood of high-rises. The pile of rubble had been the home of Wang Shoujia. We found Wang in hospital with his 63-year-old neighbour Liu Renzong. They say their injuries were inflicted by thugs sent by the developers who demolished their houses.
It hurts inside. I can't eat. It hurts when I take a deep breath.
Last Thursday, a busload of men turned up, apparently to disperse the people of Shiwujia, so bulldozers could flatten the rubble of their homes. The villagers filmed everything. Scuffles broke out. Some villagers threw rocks. And then the men from the bus laid into whoever they could. They hit and kicked the villagers, including the women. That's when Wang, Liu and the others were injured. Wang was loaded into an ambulance and taken to hospital. His son suffered a fractured skull and broken fingers.
On any given day across China, there are dozens or even hundreds of protests like this, and most of them are about land. People hate more than anything else being cast out of their homes. The government in Beijing says they want a harmonious society. But many, if not most, of these land disputes end up like this, with forced evictions and demolition.
Many villagers were laid off by state-run factories, and the land on which they live is state-owned. As China's moved from communism to capitalism, they've lost everything, while the developers are making huge profits.
They never notify us before they come to destroy our houses. They just show up with police and city management officials. They hire thugs to surround us and use water cannons to force us out.
They came to evict the people from the neighbouring village of Cuofu Ling on June the 19th. Power and water had already been cut. Government officials were accompanied by men in uniform as the houses were demolished. When we met the villagers in one of the few houses left standing, they explained that the developers had told them each family would eventually be given a small flat, but not for 2 years. It wasn't clear where they should go in the interim.
I didn't even know when they tore down our house. Everything in the house is gone. They didn't give us money to rent a place to stay.
4 or 5 men in camouflage uniforms took me by the arms and dragged me out of our house after forcing open the door. I asked them for their ID and official papers. They said nothing and threw us out.
On July the 7th, they gathered for a hearing about their case, but got no satisfaction from the district government. How am I going to live, she weeps. Where will I find the money? Ten days later, government officials pinned eviction notices on their doors. The villagers followed the delegation around. The official said, "Your filming is useless." The villagers went to the developer's office, expecting government arbitration. But the developer threw them out, saying he knew of no such meeting. We too went to the developer's office. As we filmed discreetly, the man in charge said they wouldn't offer the villagers a better deal because they had government backing. Then he told us to stop filming. So we went to the district government office, where, again filming discreetly, we were met by a phalanx of officials in a conference room.
There was a very small number of people who brought up unrealistic and unreasonable demands. To protect the interests of the majority, the developer applied to the government for arbitration. The government ordered forced eviction, according to the relevant rules and regulations.
The villagers may have carefully documented their case, but they haven't been able to stop the demolition. Their houses are gone, they'll get little or no compensation, and the day after we left, one of the village leaders was arrested. Back in hospital, Mr. Wang and Mr. Liu are recovering from their beating. Mr. Liu, who used to be a government legal officer, is bitter.
Power is about everything. Money can buy power, power can buy laws, they're all connected. The court allows them. The police take part in the forced demolition, the government gives direct command. It's all about profits, about making money.
People like these have no power and no money. If they got adequate compensation, they'd accept being moved. But they're the losers in China's rapid modernisation, and no one, it seems, is going to help them. Lindsay Hilsum, Channel 4 News, Qingdao.